Good morning, boys and girls. This is Grade 5 Math, Pearson Lesson 11-4 for the week of April 27th. Your objective for today is students will be able to utilize a variety of mathematical models and use properties of multiplication and division in order to convert metric units of length, capacity, and mass. Today, we are focusing on metric units of length. So this is the anchor chart that you're going to see the most throughout this lesson, and it is the most commonly used metric units of length are the ones that are pointed out with the arrows. So the most commonly used are kilometers, meters, centimeters, and millimeters. Okay, so those are the most commonly used. In there, you'll see hectometer, decameter, decimeter. You may have heard those terms before, but again, these with the arrows are the ones that we most commonly use. So each unit working from right to left is 10 times as great as the unit before it. So that's really important to remember that as we go from the right to the left, our units are getting larger. So if we're looking at this chart, we know that the millimeter is going to be our smallest unit of measure, and the kilometer is going to be our largest unit of measure. So let's start off with an example. If we are going to try to convert kilometers to meters, we're going to use our chart to help us. So the first thing that we need to do is determine if we're moving from a larger unit to a smaller unit or smaller to a larger. We know based off of previous lessons that when we move from a larger to a smaller unit, we're going to multiply. And that's what we're doing here because we are moving from kilometers, which is the larger unit, to meters, which is a smaller unit. Okay. Now, if you take a look at your kilometer box, you'll see underneath of it, it says that 1 kilometer is the same as 10 to the third power meters. I know that 10 to the third power meters is 1,000 meters. So what I'm going to do to convert, because I know I'm multiplying, is I'm going to take that 3 kilometers and I'm going to multiply it by 10 to the third power, which is 1,000. And if I take those 3 kilometers and multiply it by 1,000, that's going to give me my answer of 3,000 meters. Our next example is we have 1,200 centimeters or 1,200 centimeters, and we want to convert our centimeters into meters. So we're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit. And in that case, that means we're going to do what? Are we going to divide or are we going to multiply? Okay, we are going to divide. Okay, so if we're moving from centimeters to meters, and I know that each unit is 10 times as large as the one before it, I know that I'm moving twice to the left, so I'm going to have to divide by 10 to the second power. What is 10 to the second power? Well, that is the same as saying 100. So I'm going to take my 1,200 centimeters and divide that by 100 to convert it to meters. When I do that, I'm left with 12 meters as my answer. All right, this time we have 10 to the third power centimeters is how many meters? So again, we're moving from centimeters to meters, so we know we're going to be dividing because we're moving from a smaller unit to a larger unit. This time we do have to determine what does 10 to the third power equal? Well, I know that 10 to the third power is 1,000, so I'm just going to rewrite my sentence as 1,000 centimeters equals how many meters? And I know I'm going from centimeters to meters, so I know I'm moving 10 to the second power. So I'm dividing by 100. 1,000 divided by 100 is 10. So 10 meters would be my answer. This time we're moving from meters to millimeters. So we're moving from a larger unit of measure to a smaller unit of measure. And I'm moving once, twice, 3 times. So I know I'm going to be multiplying because I'm moving from larger to smaller by 10 to the third power. So 48 times 10 to the third power, which is 1,000, would give me 48,000. Okay, another example, we have 1,000 millimeters. So this is where we're starting. And we would like to convert it into centimeters. So we are moving from a smaller unit of measure to a larger unit of measure, which means we're going to be dividing. And since I'm only moving one unit, I know that's 10 to the first power. That's what? 10. So I need to divide 1,000 divided by 10, which would give me 100 centimeters. Okay, another example. We're going to be comparing this time using our symbols greater than, less than, or equal to, and you'll see two of the problems that you have to do on your must do are using the comparing symbols. That's why I wanted to throw an example out here for us. So we are comparing 9,000 meters to 20 kilometers. So in order to accurately compare these two, I need to get them to have the same unit of measure. So 9,000 meters and 20 kilometers are not the same unit of measure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my kilometers and I'm going to change it over to meters so that it matches my 9,000 meters. So if I'm converting 20 kilometers to meters, I know I'm going to be multiplying because I'm moving from a larger unit of measure to a smaller unit of measure. And I move 3 times down my chart, which is 10 to the third power. 10 to the third power is 1,000. So I'm going to take my 20 kilometers and multiply that by 1,000. And that gives me 20,000 meters. So now I can easily compare 9,000 meters to 20,000 meters. I know that 20,000 meters is the greater unit of measure. Let's do one more comparison. So I have 400 centimeters, and I'm going to compare it to 4 meters. Again, I need to convert one of these units so that they match each other. If I take my 400 centimeters and convert it into meters, or I can take my 4 meters and convert it into centimeters. So I'm going to take my meters and convert it into centimeters. And I know I'm going from a larger unit to a smaller unit. So meters to centimeters, I move twice down my chart. So that's 10 to the second power. And 4 times 10 to the second power, or 100, gives me 400 centimeters. So now I'm comparing 400 centimeters to 400 centimeters. The symbol would be the equal to symbol because 400 and 400 are equal to one another. So for your practice, you're going to complete your reteach 11-4, and your must do is page 659, problems 9, 10, 15, 16, and 21. I highly suggest that you use this chart to help you. I will post that on Schoology as a link just so you can click it and download it. If you have any trouble, please let me know via email or Schoology, and I'll be happy to help you.